What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey, Happy New Year, everybody. This is David Heretic bringing you a special New Year's Eve edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight. Okay, we're coming back to Avatar. Yes, indeed. Avatar fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. This is a request from Vilden Fire and Son Debut. They both want to see me react to this song by Avatar called The King Welcomes You to Avatar Country. Boy, that's a mouthful. I want to see how they work that into the song. Okay, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, I have never heard the song before. This does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard this song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, okay, yeah, I've heard this before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by, I hope I pronounced this right, Creciola TV. Is it Creciola or Creciola? I don't know. Kreciola TV. Take that as you will. And the video has 140,578 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? You ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Avatar, the King welcomes you to Avatar Country. Poland Rock 2019. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this. This is like country meets blues meets metal all at the same time. You got that country boom, 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 feeling the bass and the kick drum. You're following a 12-bar blues format. You're on 1 for 4 measures. You go up to the 4 for 2, down to the 1 for 2. So there's 8. Up to the 5 for 1, down to the 4 for 1, and then back down to the root for another 2. Hopefully with a resolution. I don't know. But it's done in a metal style. This is... It's out there. It's weird. And it's brilliant. All at the same time. I gotta go back. I gotta go all the way. I'm going all the way back to the beginning. No! 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 I don't care. Hey, look. It's my show. If I want to go back to the beginning, we're going to go all the way back to the beginning. That deserves another listen. That absolutely deserves another listen. Let's get by all of this, obviously. Here we are. We'll go right here. That sounds good. Yeah, let me hear ya. And he's bending the string from the minor to the major.
The king welcomes you to the country. Come on, hey, 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 hey.
God, he can open his mouth so wide it's ridiculous. Wow.
Rode into town.
Okay.
He removed something but a crown. He said, please pour me a drink. I need a second to think. It's just this thing that I feel. There ain't no chance that it's real. Can't be real, no. It's all a tower of gold.
I remember people telling me in the comments that he can sing clean. And he can sing with power. And I kind of remember that from, not the first reaction I did to these guys. It was the second one. What was that song? Shoot. Something, Bloody Angel. Bloody Angel. He did do some clean in there, and it sounded really good, but I was wondering if he could sing clean with power. And yeah, he can. Yes, he can. So he can do it all. He can do the grit and growl. He can get down low. He can get up high. He can sing clean, and he can sing with power. That's good to know. It's really good to know.
This thing that I feel, there ain't no chance that it's real. Can't be real, no. It's all a tower of gold. I'm in dimension and fold. When now I'll pay for my soul. Well, son, sorry to sound. If you know the song, sing along.
Yep.
If you don't, fuck it, sing it anyway, come on! Avatar country! Believe.
What?
Avatar country! Get a testimony! Sing long, live the king, sing long, live the king! Avatar country! Set it free!
No.
I will take good care of you. I bid you welcome to Avatar country.
And they could do harmonies.
That's the truth.
And they're doing harmonies live.
Unbelievable.
3-part harmonies.
That's the fact, Jack. That's the fact, Jack.
I'm kind of speechless right now.
Now, who can argue with that?
I did not see that coming. I never in a million years would I have expected to hear this band do 3-part harmonies in like a country style. But following the format of more of like, almost like doo-wop, almost like 50s. With the fall-offs, like those, that's almost doo-wop. Dang, whew. And it sounded good. Like, everybody was in key. They all had that dip. And they all did it together. Ba-da-da-da-da. That swoop up, they did it all together, and it sounded in key. Super impressive. Dang.
I will take good care of you. Why bid you welcome to Avatar Country?
The tongue out.
Having fun. We'll take it. It has begun. Just do what you wanna do. This song has room for you to lay down and embracing the earth. This is your final rebirth. Fire rebirth. The stuff was riding my face. The mountain skies of white waves. We're sweet on natural escape. Princess, my final escape. Are you with us?
Oh my God, there they are again. So you got this one guitar player. He's the only one wearing a gold jacket too, for the look of it. He's got the riff going. That and that's all he's doing. He's maintaining that riff. Other guitar players doing some great pinch harmonics in the background. I mean, I can hear them. They're behind the riff, but you can hear them. It's really nice touch. And you got the bass laying down the foundation, locked in with the kick on the drums. Outstanding from all the musicians. And then you got the lead vocalist, who is just really cutting through with the vocals, boy. He is really doing a good job. And on top of it, great showmanship. Everything. Here's what I love about his showmanship. He very much reminds me of, from a showmanship standpoint, he very much reminds me of Bruce Dickinson. Everything he does is big. Everything he does with movement and motion, he makes it as big as he possibly can. Why? Because he is playing to the back of the crowd. Yes, the front of the crowd's there. He sees them. He acknowledges them. He points to them, and that's great. But he wants his movements and motions to be as huge as he possibly can. That way, everybody sitting in the back in the nosebleeds, they can see him. They can see him move. They can see the movement and motion. They can't help it. So, very smart, very intelligent. The use of the cane to help kind of like an extension of his arm. Very, very smart as well. The showmanship is right there up on par with what's happening in the band. Outstanding.
Are you with us?
Are you with us?
Avatar Country. Do you believe? Avatar Country. Takes a moment. Sing long with the king. Sing long live the king. Avatar Country. Setting you free. I will take good care of you. What bid you welcome to Avatar Country.
Oh, it's like easy listening. Elevator music right now.
Holy shit, everybody, look! It's 10!
I'm assuming that he probably said, holy bleep, everybody, it's this guy, the guitar player. I'm assuming that's who he's introducing. I don't think I've ever heard a lead singer introduce a guitar player for, I'm assuming, is a guitar solo like that. That was cool. That was great. I love that breakdown. I love that breakdown. They broke down into this, like, borderline elevator music. You know, just cruising along. Just it just where else can this song go? I'm just curious. I mean, what other direction are they going to take this? I don't know. I honestly could not tell you. And to be honest with you, I don't even want to try to venture a guess because I'm probably going to guess wrong. So I'm just going to enjoy the ride, man. Oh, that was great. Great breakdown.
Holy shit, everybody, look! It's 10! Clap your hands for 10, come on!
Ha ha ha!
Rise our country! Do you believe? Avatar country! Give a testimony! Sing long, live the king, sing long, live the king! Avatar country! Setting you free! I will take the oh, you can do better than that. Come on.
Going into the double time feel coming out of that guitar solo, I couldn't help but laugh. That was, again, so unexpected. I didn't see it coming. I love it when bands are able to fool me like that. I really am. And I love it when bands are able to fool me like that, but it sounds good and it makes sense. When you hear it, you're like, oh yeah, okay, yeah. Didn't see it coming, but it makes perfect sense. Yeah. And now it looks like we're going to do some call and response with the crowd. Always a good thing to do. Make the crowd feel like they're a part of the show. Yes.
I bet you welcome to oh, you can do better than that.
Harmonies
are amazing. One more time for Mama.
Okay.
One more time for Daddy. Come on.
So now the vocal harmony, I just saw the bass player and the guitar player back away from the mic, and I couldn't help but notice that the harmonies are coming through a little louder now. So they switched to track. Okay. But the drums are still live, vocals are still live, it's just the harmonies are tracked now. Okay. I've seen that done before. That's not the first time I've seen it.
One more time for Mama. One more time for Daddy, come on! One more for the king! One more time for me, come on! One more for me!
That's a showman.
Poland, we love you!
Yeah. Yeah, I had to cut it out. I was applauding. I was applauding. I didn't want to get all of that animation because sometimes that's what the algorithm looks for, is these animations and these, you know, little intro clips. They look for that. So that's why I unfortunately didn't get to see me applauding, but yeah, I was applauding. That was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I'm still kind of chuckling about it. Lots of good things happening in there. Let me gather my thoughts. I'll see you in the review. We'll talk about everything, I promise. Well, there you go, folks. That was Avatar with The King Welcomes You to Avatar Country. This was a request from Vildon Fire and Son Debut. Okay. Well, I definitely got the country part. All right. Wow. That was a lot of fun to watch and a lot of fun to listen to. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 9.1. Yep, 9.1. I feel great about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
It was just fun. Look, here's the thing about the song. The song itself, okay? Let's talk about the songwriting. The songwriting was ridiculously simple. It's in... I want to say it's in C. Let me double check that. No, it's in B. I was a semitone off. My bad. Shame on me. I need to work on my pitches a little more. Okay, so we're in B. All right. We're talking about B, E, F sharp. That is pretty much the only chords that they had to worry about. I think they went down to A or G when they went into that breakdown. So there was a little variance there. But for the most part, the song stayed B, E, and F sharp. It followed almost like a 4. There were points like the chorus where it did follow pretty much a 12-bar blues format. So it doesn't get much easier than that. It really doesn't. The drumming on this, nice. I mean, he did some great fills, locked in, set up a great feel for the song that really kind of added to the song as a whole. It was that it just followed that feel, and what he played was very appropriate for that kind of feel. I had some nice touches in with the cymbals. Like I said, I'm not normally much of a cymbal guy, but he was adding some nice flair and color with the cymbals too. When they went into that breakdown section, following it appropriately, changing up the feel, absolutely. Into the guitar solo, kicked it back up again. He went into that double time feel when they coming out of the guitar solo. Did not see that coming. I mean, I could use that phrase, did not see that coming, a lot in this review, so just be ready for it. But I really did not see that double time feel coming at all from the drummer there. That was really cool. Bass on this, very simple, but locked in and solid. And that's what you want from bass. You don't want a bass player that's going to be going all over the place, unless you're doing like prog. If you're doing like prog or modern jazz or anything like that, then yeah, you want the bass player to be a lot more active, obviously, but this is neither of those things. This had much more about a blues feel, a country feel mixed with metal. I mean, it doesn't need to be complex. So what he was doing fit the tone and the mood of the song perfectly, and it was locked in super tight with the drummer, so good job to him. Guitars. You had the one guitar player doing that riff, the pretty much the entire song. Very smart, kept that repetition going, but not to the point where it was like annoying. It was present, and you wanted it to be present because that's the hook of the song. So you want to be as present as possible. Meanwhile, the other guitar player playing the chords, feeling it out, adding those pinch harmonics here and there. Some great pinch harmonic work. I believe that was the lead guitarist because he came up and did a guitar solo. By the way, that guitar solo, very nicely done. Some great tapping work, both with fingers and with pick. I love the part where he was actually tapping on the same fret, alternating the tapping. I've seen other guitar players do that too, but he did a really nice job on it. Really nice job on that. Oh, he did a nice job on the whole solo in general. Some great showmanship from him too, waving to the crowd right before his solo. That was cute. The vocals on this, I had remembered from the other comments when I did the reaction videos to the other two songs, Bloody Angel and the other song, the Apocalypse song. All Hail the Apocalypse or something like that, or no. That wasn't it. Wasn't that it? Maybe it was All Hail. No, wait. It was Hail the Apocalypse. It was just Hail the Apocalypse. Not All Hail, just Hail. I remember the comments from those two videos. A lot of people were saying that he can sing clean. He can sing with power, and he can project, and he has a good range. And I remember hearing all those, and I remember when we got to the Bloody Angel video, I remember hearing some of it, but I was like, okay, I see some of it, but I don't see all the brilliance that everybody's talking about. Now I see it. I see the power, I see the range, the support, the projection, dear Lord. And the formation of vowels in his voice, the way he's able to open his mouth so wide, and maybe he has the same condition that Freddie Mercury had with the extra incisors or something like that, but that guy's mouth just looks bigger than normal. And he's able to open it super wide, like scary wide. And it's good for two reasons. One, it does help open up and help with vowel formation and tone, but secondly, for the sake of showmanship, which I'm going to get to at the end. No, but his vocals on this, very powerful. Great range. I mean, very, very impressive. And that was one of my mind blows, was hearing that. Lastly, showmanship. Pretty much all done by him, the lead singer. Now, there were some moments, and like at the very beginning with the drummer standing, pointing, that was cool. Guitar players waving to the crowd, singing along, that was really cool as well. Even if he wasn't in front of a mic, mouthing the words, it helps. It does help. It helps reinforce. We're all up here doing it. You should be doing it too. But for the most part, I would say about 90% of the showmanship came from the lead vocalist. And in all honesty, if your lead vocalist isn't doing at least 75% of the showmanship, that's a problem. I mean, your lead vocalist should be doing more than half of the showmanship. I mean, honestly, you should be doing at least 3/4. If the other members of the band want to kick in their parts, that's great. It just helps add, but it really should be up to the lead vocalist. Why? Because he's the front man or front woman. But the word front, meaning front and center. Here's where all the attention should be. Here's where the spotlight should be. Which means, if that's the case, you better do your part and put on a good show. Now, the other thing that is going to, the other thing that is going to explain the 9.1 was the other mind blow. Those harmonies, did not see those coming from a mile away. No chance. I never would have expected to hear harmonies from this band. I kind of heard them in Bloody Angel. I did kind of hear them there between the bassist and the lead vocalist, but this time we're singing in unison 3-part harmonies, and we're doing it live.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Not easy to do, and they pulled it off magnificently. It sounded outstanding. And it was not track. I mean, they kicked in track at the very end when they all left off stage, but before that, it was live. And I know it was live because there were a couple of spots where they would cut out and one guy would keep going by accident, and he would stay a little too long, or one guy would leave early, or one guy would leave late, or one guy would come in a little by himself, and then the other guy came in, late or whatever. There were a couple little mishaps within the vocal harmonies, but that just proves to me that they were singing live and that was not tracked. You would not put mistakes like that in a track. You just wouldn't. There's no point. If you're going to use track, you're going to use track for the purpose of making it perfect. Well, this wasn't perfect. There was some dirtiness to it. And the thing is, the dirtiness definitely proved beyond a shadow of a doubt they were singing live, but also it added to some of the charm. It did. Because it had that dirty feel in the song itself. It had that kind of backwoods dirty feel that kind of country-ish mixed with blues, kind of a bluegrass almost kind of feel to it. And it was appropriate. It worked. I mean, I know it was probably a mistake or someone had to quickly take a breath or whatever, but it sounded good nonetheless. It fit the motif of the song, and it fit perfectly. No, the 9.1 I feel great about. I'm not going to change it. I like that score. I think it fits this song very well. I enjoyed the song. This is going to be one of those songs I have to go and listen. Now I've seen them do it live. I want to hear the album version. I want to see if they do all those things on the album and how well they do them. So I'm going to have to go check out the studio version of this now. I'll do that on my own. I won't do a reaction to it. Don't worry. No, this was a great job. Fantastic job. I did have a couple of mind blows with an outstanding performance. So yeah, this is getting the 9.1. That is where we're going to stay. 9.1, final score. I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully, I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you did enjoy the show, and you would like to see more videos like this, feel free to join the fan base by clicking on that button down there. Yeah, you know the button I'm talking about. Click on that button, join the fan base, and become one of us. Now, for whatever reason, if you don't feel like clicking on that button, that's okay. I still respect you. Also, if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. It'll do me a world of good, and it will do you absolutely no harm whatsoever. Finally, if you guys do join the fan base, you will find a bell down there that you can click on. By clicking on that bell, it'll keep you up to date on everything happening with this channel, including when new content gets dropped. So, if you want to stay in the know, click on the bell and you'll stay in the know. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Until next time, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.